Okay, so today we make for you some yummy bread dumplings, or as we say in Germany, Semmelknoedel. So this is not German style, this is how we do it in Germany, as you may tell from the accent. That's the real deal. Now what we do here is, this is the right time of the year, because you see these days we get pretty cheap those bread stuffings usually used to stuff your Thanksgiving turkey. And that's exactly the right starting ingredient for our Semmelknödel. So what we have, we just want to make a few. You can nicely put them in the freezer and keep them for some time. So we make a larger portion. We have two 1 pound bags of these breadcrumbs. For that we need 4 eggs, approximately 2 tablespoons of salt. I add here some fresh grounded pepper to that, later a little bit more. Then we have an onion and some butter, where we will glaze the onion together with the parsley. So without further ado, we now start to chop the onion into small cubes, tiny cubes, and then we will put them in a pan and start to glaze them, but don't caramelize them. That's important here. Note that we also will need 4 cups of milk, I forgot to mention. Meanwhile, my lovely assistant has chopped these onions. Crying now, but I'm fine. So I will now put the onions into this small pan here. It's intentionally small so that we keep the surface area low, because we do not want to caramelize the onions. I will also add the parsley, which has also been chopped by now. Alright, here comes the parsley, nicely chopped. Take out a little bit the crunch if we add it here. Also make sure that all the flavors come nicely together. Alrighty. And we add a little bit of seasoning. There will be added more salt and pepper to the breadcrumb later, but a little bit actually helps to find the flavors. And a little bit more freshly ground pepper. Alright. Okay, the onions and parsley have been prepared in approximately 3 to 4 tablespoons of butter. So if you check out other recipes online, you will find, for example, that people recommend to heat up the milk. What we do here is we pour the milk here into this pan. It has two advantages. First of all, we slightly heat it up, that's all we need. And second of all, we get all the flavors and the butter with it and clear it out. So that's what we do next. Like this. And we may need a little bit more, so I bring this over here. And the whole thing now goes into the breadcrumbs. You need a pot that is as large as you can get. This one may not even be large enough. We have a few more breadcrumbs left. Of course, the whole breads will shrink when we add the required amount of liquid, aka milk. So a little bit more milk will be added quickly. First, let's try so. And also, we shouldn't underestimate that we will add 4 more eggs, which also add liquid and will reduce the volume. Actually, this would be a good time to add the eggs. Here it comes. 1, more. 4. And also we add about 2 tablespoons of salt and... Sorry, I meant to say 2 teaspoons, not tablespoons. We had added, as you have seen previously, freshly grinded pepper. So we mix this now and then we can decide if we need more liquid. And at this point, when it's no longer that hot, I recommend to use your fingers for that rather than... Okay, so here we have the final result. So again, this is from approximately 2 pounds of bread. To get it to this kind of consistency, we used 4 cups of milk. And now we have to form the dumplings. So the goal is to get them approximately to tennis ball size, maybe somewhat smaller. And so you scoop it out here. And the idea is to use a little bit of water just to moisten it up a bit. And then you form it nicely like this. Needless to mention that you wash your fingers before you do that. And then here we go, a nicely shaped dumpling ready to be boiled. Okay, so we got 24 almost identical sized nice dumplings. Now we have boiling water, and the last step is boil the dumplings. And so dump them first into the boiling water, which I do now. Not all of them, so that they can freely swim. And we let them simmer for about 20 minutes, so roughly the time it takes to boil potatoes, but don't let them boil at full heat just because they will break apart. So let's just simmer at reduced heat for about 20 minutes. So I have room for, let's say, 3 more. And as you will see later, they go very nicely with a nice beef goulash or something like that, which gives you a nice sauce, and the dumplings perfectly take up the sauce. Okay, so we let them simmer now like this for about 20 minutes, and then we are ready to eat. Okay, 20 minutes later, the dumplings are now ready. I will take them out. I should have mentioned earlier that the water where we boiled them in was slightly salted, of course. Now they come out one at a time. Look at these babies. And 2 of them make a nice meal. So here's the final meal with a nice beef and mushrooms, actually mushrooms from Nebraska, Brussels sprouts. And now we dig into that dumpling and look how nice and fluffy it is from the inside. All right, guten Appetit. Meal is done. Now we go over to the leftover dumplings and prepare them for freezing. So let's start with this buddy here. And the key is that they are individually wrapped so that they do not clump together on freezing. And then you can take them out, as many as you like, and just heat them up again in boiling water, and you have almost the same delicious fresh dumpling as it comes out of the boiling water when it's fresh. Here we go. Wrap it up. And these buddies are good to go into the freezer, and they will be as fresh when they come out.